First team coverage of a blustery fall day. A coastal storm is moving along the East Coast.
It is packing wind and rain, and that combination can create miserable conditions. Here's a look at some of the video we collected throughout the day. These pictures tell the story. Water pushed in by the wind is everywhere. This is the scene in Norfolk, Portsmouth, and even as far down as the Outer Banks. And that's where Aaron Kelly is standing by with a live report.
But we begin with our chief meteorologist, Don Slater, in the Weather Center, tracking this system since it came in.
So, Don, how are things looking now?
Well, they're looking a little better than they were this morning. And this evening's high tide won't be quite as high, but it'll perk back up again coming up for tomorrow morning. I want to show you what's going on real quickly on Super Duper 10 Live. That's not really the biggest part of the story. It's just miserable out there. And it has been really all weekend. Saturday was at least warm and miserable, cold and miserable on Sunday. And we're going to see this thing to be very, very slow to depart. Nasty weather is really going to be hanging on. We'll just give you a few headlines here, and then we'll get into our full forecast in a few minutes. Only slow improvement out of this, but I also want to show you what's going on with this and how we are not likely to face the worst of the storm. Here's the center of the storm coming up at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. This is right on into here. I've just pinpointed where the storm is going to be. That's 5 o'clock in the morning. By the noon hour, we're starting to see more of a northwesterly wind. These things circulate counterclockwise and starting to see a northwesterly wind by that point. That's good. That's going to push the tide on away. Then it moves on up into New England from there. So we've pinpointed where the storm is going to be. Tides are going to be better tonight, and then they're going to be up again coming up tomorrow. Now, to this morning, this is today, 10:04 a.m., 4.74. Tonight, 10:24. It's down a little bit, still close to minor tidal flooding. There's where it is tomorrow morning. It's back up well into minor tidal flooding, which is 4.5, and then it's down a little bit coming up by tomorrow night. So we got two more problem tides on that. And the winds, they're only going to drop off only slightly and very, very slowly. Now, it's better than what we had on Sunday. We had winds gusting to over 45 miles an hour. The longer the wind arrow, the stronger the wind. You'll note there's where things are at 2 o'clock in the morning. There's the low by 7 o'clock in the morning, and then it pushes on away, and we end up with northwesterly winds. But it's still going to be hanging on into the end of the week with cooler temperatures. It'll really kind of hit New England and hang on up there. We'll tell you all about that, what that does for our weather through the week in just a few minutes.
And the weather is keeping some folks on the Outer Banks from getting home. Part of NC 12 was closed, but it is reopened for now. But transportation officials there are keeping a close eye on it because of deep water, overwashing spots on the road. Tell me your side's Aaron Kelly continues our team coverage now on Pea Island, where people are waiting. Aaron?
Well, yeah, they were waiting until just a short while ago when they were able to go over the Bonner Bridge. We are just south of the Bonner Bridge, not far from where they've been storing all the heavy equipment that they used to clear Highway 12 in this direction because of that overwash. And as we were heading down here earlier today, we could see really big waves over near the Avalon Fishing Pier, 10 to 15 feet according to our weather team. We saw some sea foam even making its way into the parking lot, really big waves. And NCDOT says because of this nor'easter, it really pushed the tides up 2 to 3 feet, according to our weather team, higher than normal, and that caused the water to rush over the road, to be deeper than cars want to travel through, too dangerous to travel through. That caused a line of cars to wait to cross over the bridge. We talked to one woman who was traveling from Baltimore today. Here's what she had to say.
And I've been on the road all day, and as I was coming down the road, I saw signs that said NC 12 closed. But since this happens, I figured I'll just keep coming. So, and I got here and it's closed, and I'm good. I mean, I have my smartphone and some snacks and a little coffee, so I think I'll be okay. Hopefully it will open soon.
Yeah, and it is back open here, and I want to show you this is the equipment that they've been using to clear the sand and the water away from the area. Here's the important thing. NCDOT is worried that when the next high tide comes around 8:30 tonight, there could be some more overwash, and they may have to close the road again. So the bottom line is, if you've made it over the Bonner Bridge, either direction, stay where you are, because there's a possibility that the road could be blocked later on tonight. That's the latest here from the Outer Banks. Aaron Kelly, 10 on your side.